Yo family, what it do? High value basketball. We are back once again with the best basketball commentary this side of the planet, you dig? We got to talk about it one quick time. Of course, we back to Undisputed, talking about what they talking about, chopping their words up, making sure we get the basketball record straight. And for actually one episode here, they are in good accord with some common basketball sense. But of course, they argue some other goofy things. But for the most part, they on point today. Shout out to them for the broken clock being right twice a day. So Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless, they talking about the best NBA player ranking, the top 100 player ranking. You know, they didn't got to the top. So as you can see right on the screen, they got Giannis at 1, Steph at 2, KD at 3, and then of course they say LeBron falls all the way to 7. So really, we just want to talk about Giannis for the most part, and then we can maybe give a quick commentary on the top 3. But as we already have known, and of course, as we've dealt with, in the past couple years, and then even most recently in this offseason with a Mr. Agent Zero person saying some crazy googly gop, we have thoroughly come to the conclusion, as it is foreseen even by the lovely old media, that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in the NBA. And so, especially as it just goes, anybody who has, some very good common basketball sense, anybody who can use an eye test, and of course, anybody who's a stat nerd and wants to look at PERs and, all of the wonderful advanced stats, metrics, and things of that nature, it really all just adds up, that the best impact player, the best defensive impact player, clearly an offensive destroyer and monster and beast is Mr. Antetokounmpo. So we have to basically take our hat off for a moment, give that man his roses. He is unquestionably the best player in the NBA. So, of course, they talk about it here on Undisputed, things like that. And, essentially, they all are just in accord. So we really just got to go through and make sure we appreciate this man. Because again, we talk about the things where, they chopping this man's game up because he's quote unquote not perfect, because his game isn't wholeheartedly complete, because he's not like this pure shooter, and he doesn't have, like, for whatever reason why people are requesting him to have one, like this big bag, and having him to have, some crazy good dribble skills. But of course, like I said, most importantly, his shot, him not having a crazy shot. But as we are seeing, and as Shaquille O'Neal keeps trying to remind the masses and the public and the muggles of the world that he is the embodiment of basically a Shaq, say 2.0, or just a Shaq 2022 edition, because as we watch, the dude is technically he's technically a post player, but because he's so wiry with his frame, because of how he uniquely uses his body with those super large steps, and because he has the ability to dribble the ball well enough to not be a turnover machine, like he can be trusted with the ball, he can be trusted to play make in necessary moments. He uses the ball at the wing sometimes. He uses the ball at the top of the 3-point line sometimes. He gets a few dribbles and takes a elbow shot sometimes. So because he can dribble, people are weirdly seduced into thinking that he should also be, the shooter on top of that. And so, yeah, we got to really step away from that and realize that he's just a super more dynamic center. He's a center who can attack from everywhere on the court. If anything, he's a power forward. He's a more traditional power forward with a very unique, as they call him, a freaky ability to attack from anywhere, based on the dexterity and the Street Fighter Dalsim kind of use of his body. That's why people are getting his dexterity and his ability to score from anywhere on the court confused with him being a wing player, when really he is a post player, just a hyper unique one. And so in his hyper uniqueness, as we have seen, he's gotten defensive player of the year, he's got MVPs, he's got finals, finals MVP, and barring, like I say, injury from the team, he probably could have made another finals appearance, at minimum. So it's going to be an exciting 2022-2023 season. Definitely expect a lot from the team. They're quietly going to be great. I don't think a lot of people are going to be watching them that closely because, it's what is it like the effect of him just being great for so long that it's just going to become normal. So we're not going to really cover it that much, and there's so many exciting other teams going on, especially in the East Coast. So people are really going to ignore him, but he really is the best. So of course we got Steph at number 2. I ain't got no problems with that, because I mean, come on, look what old buddy just did. Like, man, I love Steph. I hate Steph, but I love Steph. I hate him because he's doing everything not on my team. But of course, I love Steph because he's just simply amazing. Then we got KD at 3, and so I do find that kind of interesting that they do have KD at 3. I'm not necessarily mad, but hey, I do think that like we probably are overblowing his finals. We probably are blowing his last playoff appearance out of proportion. I do believe he probably will come back and like be, super duper dope. But I do believe that there are, potentially other players that could, fill up, that top 3 spot. So, I really do feel like potentially Jokic could fill that spot, to just be honest, because of just the ridiculous, crazy impact. You know what I'm saying? We saw where his team got, and like I say, his team's completely depleted of, the top stars. And, that's why he lost, not because of him not showing up, because he showed up and KD didn't. So, I'd actually flip-flop those two, if anything. But that's all I got to say about that. So again, shout out to Giannis. And yeah, I'm excited to see what he's going to do. I want to see him dunk on everybody this coming season. High Value Basketball. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.